Yeah, I'm waiting on for the feed. Yeah, yeah. Because
Hold on, let me check.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, all right.
yeah. Good
You
feed.
good? You good? You good?
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First of all, we want to give all praise and honor to the East, to Yahweh,
Power.
Mashiach,
Shot.
Hashem,
Hashem.
Double honors to the apostle elder of the great millstone. Peace and blessings to each other, brothers and sisters. All right, so, brothers, we back at it again. You know, the Israelites, we back at it again on the highways and the hedges, prophesying. And we at that point now where it's clear and obvious what we've been saying from our apostles and elders on down is true. Okay, you have the cruel Lord, so-called Donald J. Trump. He's rolling on these cities, man. He's sending the National Guard. All right, he's sending the National Guard for you so-called black people, right? He's sending the National Guard for you so-called black people, African Americans, and he's sending ICE, okay, to you so-called Latinos. And it's all under the disguise of we need to make America great again. And when was America great? When you so-called black, Spanish, and Native Americans were under the so-called white man, right? Trump called it the golden age. And the golden age is the Edomite getting back into power. Okay? And what proves that? Well, now you have the Department, they're going back to the Department of War. Okay, World War I, World War II, it was called the Department of War. Since the inception of America, it was called the Department of War. They changed it after World War II, the Department of Defense. Now they came out and said, hey, look, we ain't doing that defense shit no more. We're coming to attack our enemies. We're coming to kill our enemies. Okay, with ferocity, fierceness. Okay, and whatever war we choose, or whatever war comes to us, we're gonna win it. That's the pride of the Edomite. Okay, so we definitely in that time, we definitely in that season where all the prophecies are getting ready to come to pass. The digital ID. Okay, you have a government shutdown. We still in the government shutdown, right? We still in there. Yeah. Federal workers are not getting paid. Over 700,000 federal workers are not getting paid right now. Okay, it could be more than that. And the longer it goes on, the more the people are going to, the more seditious the people are going to become. You have the right and the left. So you have civil war. Okay, racial tension. Okay, you have the Captain Kirk that just got shot. Esau mad about that. So you got all these different psyops going on simultaneously. Meanwhile, NATO getting ready to implement Article 5. Okay, Russia is so-called encroaching on Poland, on the Baltic states. Okay, and Trump, they just came out there, look, we getting ready, we preparing for war. So can you get that?
This is 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, starting at the top. It says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
Yeah, brethren. Speaking about those that are in the know, the initiated. Okay, another word for the elect. Okay, those that understand this speech. Okay, this instrument that we're playing, the song that we're playing, you're dancing to that song. Okay, you're mourning with us. All right, your mind is geared towards the end. That's what you meditate on. That your entertainment is watching the videos. Your entertainment is reading, going into prophecy. All right, doing videos. Okay, yeah, you probably every once in a while, watching sports. Step out maybe once or twice. But that's not the end all be all. Our mind is geared towards what's getting ready to happen. So we don't even need to talk to each other about this. We already know that this is coming. Nevertheless, the Lord has us keep reinforcing it. Okay, really is a show of power, because when it happens, there's nothing that you're going to be able to do to turn back the clock of time to try to get right. The word has already gone out. All right, go ahead.
Verse 2 in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, for yourselves know perfectly.
You know perfectly. Go ahead.
That the day of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, so cometh as a thief in the night.
Right, it's going to come as a thief in the night. 3 o'clock in the morning where you're in your boxers, you're under the covers with your woman, the children are put to sleep, you tuck them in, the house is quiet, all the lights are turned off. All right, you don't hear nothing outside. Everything is quiet. It's another day. It's another night. You know, business as usual. I'm gonna get up in the morning. I'm gonna put on my, I'm gonna get my coffee, my eggs, and my bacon, and my toast, and I'm gonna drink my coffee, get ready, kiss the children goodbye to go to work. But then a thief comes.
God bless y'all brothers.
Okay, a thief comes, and he's standing over you. All right, you're in your most vulnerable state. So that's how Yahweh Shai is getting ready to come back with a little image called Christ. He's getting ready to come back at your most vulnerable state. Okay, when you're already, when you get somebody in Luke 12:49. He's coming back at the height of tension, the height of chaos on earth. Here it is. There's a scripture where I believe it's Amos, where you right in a certain bit you escaped the lion, you escaped the bear, then you got into the house, which is symbolic of safety, a covering, and you leave your hand upon a wall in a serpent bit, meaning you're gonna be people down there that's gonna escape famine, they're gonna escape the marauders. All right, they're going to escape the troops. They're going to escape the disease. Okay, they're going to be in these 50 million cities. All right, the scriptures also say how there's going to be buying and selling, how they shall be given in marriage, right? That's it. It's going to be as in the days of Noah. There's going to be certain places in the United States that's going to have some type of some type of stability. They show you that in that movie Civil War. Remember that one scene where they go into that one city and it's like there was a store open. You can walk in, right? You can walk in and buy stuff, but there was people on top of the roofs making sure everything was good. So there was people that you know watching, making sure this piece of America stays the same. There's still some level of sanity here. But then outside of that, there's another chaos. So that's how it's going to be when the shit go down. There's going to be certain cities you don't want to enter into, certain cities you can't get out of. Other places where people are going to be living normal. Drinking coffees, lattes, nightclubs, right? But then other places where it's going to be all out chaos. All right? But Luke 12 and 49.
Luke 12. 49. I am come to send fire on the earth.
And we know ultimately the fire is what's getting ready to cleanse this place. At the end of the day, fire is coming. Right? Peter spoke about that. What manner of man should you be in all holiness and godly conversations? And seeing that these things are going to be dissolved. So we know ultimately that fire is coming to burn this bitch up and to take down all our enemies. Okay? And Yahweh Shai is coming with that ultimate fire, that ultimate purging. So Yahweh Shai is saying, I've come to send fire on the earth. Go ahead.
And what will I if it be already kindled?
And kindling is to get something started. To kindle the love, to kindle the romance. Like you put the petals, the rose petals at the front door. You know, the woman comes in. She's like, oh wow, getting a little aroused. Then you got the essential oils going. And then that it starts to arouse things up. Does she see the bath? It starts to arouse. You put her in the mood. So here it is. Yahweh Shai is coming to send fire, but he's saying, what will I if it already be kindled? If it's already been started? Yeah, that's it. That's the kindling.
That's the kindling. Because you put one type of light
and then it comes into a wildfire.
Yeah.
Okay. And Yahweh Shai is actually coming to send concentrated fire. He's going to concentrate the fire in particular parts of the earth. Okay, he's going to be hitting these different bases, these military bases. Or he's going to be shooting these people down here on the earth. Or like world to world, which he took it right out of the scriptures. And we're speaking these things out of the book, and the people are like, these niggas again. They fear mongering. Well, they're like, goddamn, we at the height of war. We're at the height of chaos. Right? But there's still some level of peace here in America. You see, that's what's deceptive. Because we just read in 1 Thessalonians that the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night. And we read in Luke how he's going to come with fire, but what if the fire is already kindled? Meaning these nations are going to lock arms. They're going to headbutt each other. All right, alliances are already being established. We have military troops already being moved to different regions of the earth. Like the whole thing with Venezuela, that is a strategic, okay, military positioning because they don't want to get flanked. You can't allow that area, that large area, for the Chinese, the Russians to come in to supply your enemies. And now you have war at the border. So they're of course they're coming out on Jake, but and they want the resources too. But they're already military positioning the troops in those areas. Okay, here in Memphis, they already know this shit's gonna go crazy. So they're already sending troops under the excuse that it's crime. Crime is too wild. But they already know that there's going to be sedition amongst the people. They got to already have the military force and the well-trained soldiers, like Trump just said, right? He said we should use these American cities as training grounds for our military. He already said it. So they're already telling you what they're getting ready to do, what's getting ready to happen.
They got the okay, you know what I'm saying, to put you down.
The Lord gave him the okay. The Lord gave Esau the sword to do what? Get Ezekiel 21.
That's it here.
But we'll read that. We'll go to.
We were talking earlier, Hebrews 13, he burned up the sword in
That's it. That's it.
So when he comes down with the third man, you think he could be playing?
Because really, who is actually controlling Esau? Right? Psalm 17 and 13. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So who's really in control? Okay, it's Esau that's really in control. When those troops come in, the Lord sanctioned them to come into these particular areas and take down particular gates. All right, and if you don't have that exemption of judgment, you're gonna meet that judgment. Okay, but we'll finish first and foremost, and I want to get Ezekiel. Yep.
So this is back in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. Read verse 2 again. It says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety.
When they shall say peace and safety. All right, and that's what it's about. Because as a government, we do not want your population to panic. If the people actually knew why they brought in all those generals, they threw all those generals from all around the world, okay? They threw all those generals around the world to have a meeting, to have a briefing. Estimate cost $100 million to bring everybody in, house them and feed them, okay? There was backroom meetings that were being called. That was out for the public to see. If the people only knew why that was happening. Meanwhile, you have the Department of War, the Secretary of War saying, hey, look, we're no longer in the time of defense. We're in a time of war, okay? And then they equated the same things that's happening now, the revision of the military, the same thing that happened in World War I and World War II. Right before it happened, there was a big division of the military, prepping the troops. So how do you not see that?
You can't tell me they don't line up with Revelation 12 and 12. You can't tell me they don't line up with Jeremiah 30 and 7. Why do you think that when you go to Daniel 12 and 1, it said that it's going to be a time like never before that he's going to have to send down the archangel. Right. What time is it going to be? You know, nobody said you can't be ignorant. All right? Because we know through the spirit and how we have myself by giving up the outside that we see what this place heading to. And it head to what? Destruction.
It's on the highway to hell.
It's circling the pain. That's it. Everything that's happening in this society is lining up with what? Prophecy.
And you have as it says in Ecclesiastes, the keepers of the house, the economists, they're out there, they're telling you. They ain't hiding it. They're like, hey, look, it's done. It's fucking done. America cannot sustain itself. Okay? And this is why they're bringing in that reset.
Yeah.
There's going to be a reset. Right? They call it the Great Reset. We in the Great Reset. They're about to reset everything. They're about to reset all the financial markets. They're resetting the military. They're resetting the positioning of the citizens in America. What you can, what you can't have. They're resetting the money system.
Everything that's CBDC.
Okay? And they're reestablishing the American and Western hegemony. Because all these nations, they started to, well, the scripture say, let the weak say I'm strong. They're starting to puff back at America. They're starting to move away from the petrol dollar. We're starting to move away from American hegemony.
Then, and then on top of that, they separate themselves from the Babylon money system, but it's still, when they set up their currency, what is it involved in? Technology.
Yep.
You see, China. You know, you got the BRICS nation. So that's just tied in, you know what I'm saying, with digital currency. All right? Babylon the Great is tied into digital currency.
And who funded? Why they trying to go digital? Who propped up China? Who made China a great nation that it is right now? Okay, America, starting with the British. The British are really behind. The British are behind a lot of things. Going back to the red shield people, are them little hats, the tiny tops, the tiny tops. Because you got a lot of people saying so-called small hats now. The JJs, okay, they're the ones that set all this up. And meanwhile, while they're actually crashing all these economies, they're making the civil population in uproars. Scripture say uproars of the people, 2nd and 9th chapter, right? Meanwhile, they're giving them a so-called way out, digital system. But that digital system is their way in. Now they can control every fucking thing. Okay?
It's set. When they say the China, when they say Moab gonna call all both sides and just get you know, he didn't say Adam, right? No, it's like Esau.
The beast.
The beast. All right? They're going to cause it all both sides and just get forth. The sin of the rock. Let you know it's people like Esau.
And all the nations are they're in line with Esau. Well, Jeremiah 51. Babylon has been the golden cup of the Lord's hand, which made all the earth drunken.
And what happened?
They got mad.
Yeah.
You got it?
They got mad.
That's it. You know, they got mad because Babylon birthday ass was a whore. She was looking good. You know, cheap.
Where is it?
Yeah. And
and
you laid down that hoe, and you caught a fucking incurable disease. And everybody around you like, man, this bitch for me too. And now they conspiring with each other. Obadiah the first chapter, Obadiah only one chapter. You know, all those that were in confederacy with thee, have received thee and brought thee into the water. Those that were at peace with thee, right? So these nations that you once slept with and gave aid to, behind the scenes, they're doing deals to come against you. Even NATO, the EU. All right, the beast shall hate the whore. Yep, they're gonna burn it with fire.
Exactly. That's what really set up. Isaiah 34. Lord Joel, the 2nd chapter. The Lord is building it up. All right, he's stirring, he's mustering the battle. All right, he's putting in the nation mind. All right, to hate my boy, hate the mind.
And then you would not imagine, see, America has all that power, but they have a very large, powerful allies. Okay? NATO, right? NATO and the EU basically, which a lot of EU nations are NATO nations. Basically these Edomite nations. Right? But what happens when those nations turn against America?
You got Turkey.
Yep. Yeah, Turkey is siding with Russia.
Yeah, Turkey is like, you can say part of the big nation, but they only is. You know, the second part of it is NATO.
Turkey's part of NATO, and Turkey has the biggest standing army of NATO.
But they bump heads with us. So what you know, the Lord, when he messed them down, he set it up.
And people are going to bug out when that reality comes to pass. Because nobody is speaking about that reality, only the prophets. Okay, so you can go back there.
So this is back in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
They shall not escape. So none of these people are going to be able to escape. What is that? Job the 20th chapter, they shall go ill with him that left in the tabernacle. So those that, because at least they're not going to be here. They're somewhere in another motherfucking country, deep in the Alps somewhere, in outer space, in the bunkers. They already know what time it is. Well, you got the so-called Jewish rabbi, tiny top rabbi that said that America is ASAP. And that's an actual amongst those contacts. the KJ, they call America, the Edomite American here, as they call them Edom. This is the land of Edom. Which, yeah, spiritually, this is Edom. This is spiritual Idumea. But you an Edomite too. You the worst of the Edomites. Okay, you an Amalekite. Okay, and everybody hates Amalek. I shall make you small amongst the nations, greatly despised. And the Most High hates you. Alright?
We can have war with Amalek and what? Generation to generation.
And that's why not only America is going to be completely wiped out, but that land over there, where them rats over there, they can be wiped out too. Right? The only difference is that land going to be built back up. The Lord is wiping that land out to cleanse it. America's getting cleansed, but it will never be inhabited ever again.
And this is why it's known as burning. You know, Malachi 4:1, it said in their days shall burn as the earth. Remember, at the time, they was getting the burning. Alright? Not just being straight up with you guys, they're only 500. You know, 550, no. Burning.
Remember Azariah, Michelle 1:9?
Oh yeah, when they
They were coming in that furnace, and they made it 10 times hotter, or 7 times hotter.
And he said sevenfold. And then what happened when they opened the door? God, you know, as soon as they opened the door, they died. Off the impact of the heat. Alright, and the Lord prepared, like them governmental Muslims, put Bible in the grave as a oven, going back to a furnace. That's hot. You know? Because everything you see as it go in the second chapter, it says it's going to turn to ashes. It's going to be a desolate wilderness. You don't see the sea stand in the wilderness. See, it's going to become Babylon the Great when the Lord sent the missiles and how it shot our angels.
See? So we good, as long as we continue in faith. That's right. The scriptures say that destruction and famine out our lap. The Lord is going to put his servants with a different spirit.
Be careful. Be careful.
These people are talking with uncertainty. A lot of these people are they're bugging out and cracking out.
Already.
You know? Fat, overweight, sick, all type of illness. Gotta work. Can none of these motherfuckers take a month off of working and chill?
I just saw two ladies. I was doing y'all. She don't turn by the crib, and I see another lady putting my arm on her.
It's getting like that.
Yeah, like, man, you don't see that though. I'm walking out there 10 days like this, like, I don't know, I got to do my own kind of shit. Like, it's being worse on both sides.
The woman gonna bug out, they crash out. The scriptures speak about how the prophet saw these men as like unto women.
Yeah,
it's
rebelling with their men and their Lord.
So if the woman is through, if the man is through like that, how much more the woman? What the woman gonna do? She gonna throw herself, she gonna prostrate herself in front of the men of the Lord. And beg. They're gonna hold you on and not let you go. They don't do it, you know. Hey, you know. And no, please. And it's the spirit of the Lord that's gonna be on you, whether to accept it or reject it. It's not gonna be okay. It's gonna be the spirit of the Lord.
Yeah, because that's good. Isaiah 4:1. And also John 32. A man that should be a hiding place. Alright? That's a prophet. That's a strong child. See the black is just want to sleep. You walking in a good land, you see a big rock, you get some shade, see you have this there.
Yeah, you in a desert. You want to drink of death. As far as eyes can see, nothing. Nobody comes. And then all of a sudden you come upon a big ass spring of water. Oh, shit. It's like, that's like, what, you know? That's how a man and Lord gonna be. I shall make a man more precious than fine gold, even the golden wedge open. So as this shit collapses down, we go up. Our stock goes up, they go down. Okay? We're at a hot commodity. The men of the Lord. Okay, the prophets in particular, but all the believers. So the Lord is going to intervene on their behalf. Revelation 23. The Lord is going to intervene for the elect. Alright? Brothers that got illness unto death, the Lord will kill them. Brothers that could have died, the Lord will bring them back to life. Brothers on the brink of starvation in the family, the Lord will send them food. And we have multiple examples, even as an example of the Lord sending food from heaven. Right? Actually sending food from heaven. We have an example of that. Okay? Example of the Lord bringing food to the prophets.
Yeah, it's so-called jail.
And women with their children. They're on the brink of death. The Lord sent the prophet. I think you know that prophet Elijah.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, so that he moved with the spirit, but the spirit can be known and walk, and you'll see it later. See the thing in that too. And this is simple how man will stop there. You know what I mean? And there's gonna be travel. We ain't gonna be just in one spot. So that's why proper preparation was a bit before we go, because God was taking it. He said, now mind what we do have to go to you know, say the situation we have to overcome, we have to shine his word. But how else we gonna be able to overcome? How else we gonna have the spirit and faith in endure if we ain't leaning towards God by ourselves? That's the only way. Because this world holds nothing. This world holds no value giving you to salvation. Alright? Because this world just sucking your spirit out of you.
Well, the scripture says, broad is the way that leads unto destruction.
Yeah. And it's straight. But that's why I say get you to the straight thing. The path of difficulty is something else behind the sun. But in the path of struggle, that's what the Lord is delivering us.
That's it. Just like the Lord after delivering us through our little trouble that we've been on
already
here speaking the word. Okay? The Lord has been delivering us. The Lord has been, keeping us to the point to where, we can continue to keep pushing the word. We have a roof over our head. We might need help at times. We got certain things going on, and Lord, work with us.
And we're still in good case with others.
Oh man, we in the best case scenario.
Let me just say it like that.
We literally in the best. We're literally in the best case scenario. We have a fighting chance. Okay, we have a puncher's chance. You could be losing a fight, and all you need to do is land one. You 5 seconds. 5 seconds in the last round, you still got a chance. That motherfucker connect. That's gonna be for the elect. The righteous are scarcely be saved. It's gonna be that 3 seconds left in the 12th round. You didn't get your ass beat the whole fight.
That reminds me of Rocky Balboa. Like all his like what, round 8 or 9, he did some type of fucking spiritual power. And he just come back alive and start kicking their ass. You know what I'm saying? That's how he left it. And now we get our ass. We like rocking the thing right here. But still what the Lord gonna give us strength. That's it. Those that wait upon the Lord,
So the Lord is going to renew our strength. And daily, the Lord gives us benefits. All right, the Lord renews our strength every week to come out here and stand on the battlefield. And daily to do these videos. And to bring his word out to resist evil. Okay, so we're already in the battle. And we know that it is a battle. These people, they don't know what the fuck they're going on. They do. Okay. We read a little bit.
This is Revelation 3 and verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Patience means to suffer. Meaning all the things that you go through in the truth, the things that you got to get up in this world, what really you count it all joy once you understand it, right? All the things that you got to go through, all the hell that you got to go through, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare yourself for temptation, the women that you lose, the opportunities you lose, the job that you lose, the whole, the world crumbles, right, so to speak, when you first come into the truth. Because you have kept it and you stay with your integrity, and you haven't bowed down to this beast, to his system, to his mark, to his image, okay? Because you stayed diligent, you kept the faith, you finished your course, okay, go ahead.
It says, I will also keep him, Salakia, and I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation.
He will also keep you from the hour of temptation. Because everything that's happening, all roads lead to this. Okay? Gradually. Everything's leading to him saying you gotta take that. That's mandatory. Just like the UK just came out and said, hey, look, the digital ID, if you want to work here in the UK, United Kingdom, your ass better take it. Okay, meaning the digital ID. Which the digital ID is not the MOTD. The digital ID is not the mark. It is the precursor system in order for the mark to work. The mark is when they say that you have to put that technology inside you. Okay, there are already people, there's thousands of people on the earth, tens of thousands of people that already have this. Okay, but it's not made mandatory. That's when the prophecy is fully fulfilled. When Esau and the whole world makes this, you putting this inside you, mandatory. And everything that we're going through right now is leading up to this.
Over there, it's like it's starting over there out to the east, it's coming to the west. What the prime minister over there was saying, they trying to mandate put the digital ID, which is the precursor what? To the physical, CH not to the peace. So, hey, it's coming. It's like a plague or a cancer. It's spreading to America slowly but surely.
They're using that what? Ice. That's all it is. What are we doing over here? We got ice. We already know what time it is. You know what time it is. We don't got any need on emergency. There we go. You know, that's one of the arguments why the government shut down. Because they said they didn't want to get funded to the legal energy. That's why it's a big talk about
The healthcare for everything.
they didn't want to fund it.
So they blame, who are they blaming? Jake. It's Jake. They're really actually blaming Jake why they have to bring in all these measures. And really it's because of Jake. Because it goes back to Jacob and Esau. Esau was mad at the blessing and the birthright.
Yeah.
He said, when the days of my father mourning are at end, then when I slay my brother Jacob.
Perpetual hate.
Okay, Ezekiel the 35th chapter.
Yeah.
Esau has that perpetual hate, but one of the definitions when you go into that word perpetual is ancient. Okay? He still has that anger. And he understands about the elect. He understands about the Most High saving particular Israelites, but he don't know who the elect is. So what does he do? He just gonna fuck up. He gonna get everybody. We gonna chip the Chinese too.
Everybody.
Okay, we don't give a fuck. We the Arabs, they gotta get chipped too. We chipping every, and we gonna get chipped. But we gonna have access on a whole nother level. So this is how we're gonna overcome the prophecy. But you're running out of time, E.
Well, this is showing that the Most High so cold because what we see as we have to run people is written in scripture. See that because remember, it's really saying God shall know her mercy. Right? So you can't go to no other book, alright, and compare it to the Bible and show prophecy and show what happened. Like not the one, not the book of the dead, you know, none of these books. The show you that the Most High words are faithful to you. The Bible is on point. You can't gain it the same. That's what you have to have. You have to have the spirit to understand. And it ain't getting up to you to know the message, then it ain't getting up to you.
And there's nothing that we can do.
Nothing.
We can shake you as much as we want, beat you in the head. We can sit down and open other people line by line. We already doing that. The niggas can't get it.
Yeah.
All right, so the wolves that are for the sword to the sword. Jeremiah the 15th chapter. Famine to the famine. To the beast. Okay? If you supposed to get hit with a missile, that's what the Lord got you for. If you supposed to get ripped up by a wild animal, hey, fuck it. You know?
But what is our job? We copy. The Lord told Jeremiah, told Ezekiel, I have sent you a rocket to the house of Israel. Get no water and wet from me. See that? So here it is. When you go to Jeremiah 28, it says the prophet, all right, before me and before you all have prophesied against me in the country of that king. Right? Or what? War, evil, and pestilence. So we're the spirit of Isaiah 3:81. Pray not loud, swearing not. But our job as a prophet is to do what? It's to warn the people.
And the warning has went out. We warned you. So now that the judgment comes, we don't want to hear shit.
Yeah.
Okay?
You can't pray for your money.
And we ain't gonna do nothing, man. You might get a boot to your fucking face. Alright? But the Lord is not, see, they gonna learn. And you see, we're dealing with Israelites. We're dealing with a stiff-necked people. We're dealing with a hard-headed people. We're dealing with a people that we have to punish. The only way they'll get it is through pain, death by pain.
The Lord said,
Nobody of these people
Yeah, please, bro.
The most I can hour. See that? He got
We gotta get that. We gotta get that. The key cards in the hands of the Lord. He tourniquet with us wherever he is. You know?
He said he got Esau in the mind, so
That's it. That's it.
the true Lord, who's coming up to the true Lord?
Because he get, yeah, he's flocking. Trump, he came in on peace.
Yeah, that was what he was all about.
This nigga came in on peace. I'm gonna stop the war. The first moment I get in there, I'm gonna fucking stop the war. Boom, he gonna put down his guns.
He said, yeah, he gonna stop a lot of things.
Hamas gonna get back the hostages.
Yeah.
We gonna have peace on earth.
Yeah.
The moment he came there, he started motherfucking just destroying shit.
Take the shit down.
War on the tribes.
Yeah.
War on the tribes, man. All you land tribes, y'all about to see.
Right.
Y'all about to fucking see, man. And now you got the land tribes. Us black and brown, we gotta stick together. You know? But that's that Jeremiah 50 how we are pressed together. And that oppression is actually bringing us together.
If I may add, I seen one of these elites. They had went into that. I forgot his name though, but he been studying that. You know, he break down like some Sunday information and stuff like that. So he was going into that order out of hell and how he take, you know what I'm saying, like a 3-step process, and how he is set up like the oppression stage where he maybe allow the ABCs, DEFG people to have their right. But then later on, he have a freaking plan to what? To do what he's doing now. Like set said, you know what I'm saying? Saying no, he ain't no more of these people, no more of the DIs, you know what I'm saying? To break everything together. And he don't care about the casualties because that's what happened in the war. Ultimately, try to bring us back together. You know what I'm saying? This that order out of chaos so people can, you know what I'm saying, get in line together. You know what I'm saying?
If we can find that point that you said, yeah. That was pretty much code word. I'm coming from you niggas. That was pretty much code word.
But when you get your crime, you gotta learn something. You can't get your crime because nobody else is there. But we know in the spirit, who's the most crime? The Edomite.
Well, that's the accuser. Accuser of the brethren. Not the Correo. Or accuser. It means to categorize.
Yeah.
So basically what he did was he allowed these cities to go crazy. He allowed these policies. And where did these policies come from? Yeah, the left came in and it was the left policies? No. That came all the way from the fucking top. Let them out of jail. You know, in San Francisco, they allowed people to steal under $1,000. You know? So that's like the criminal like, shit, I ain't gonna even get no time. I might as well just I could do 3-4 licks in a day, get under $1,000 worth of shit.
Like it's caught,
That's what I'm saying. So they allowed it to happen, and then you get a slap on the wrist. Then the people started to get angry. Stores started to close. People started to bullshit. Then the right started attacking the left. The left, these judges allow these motherfuckers to come out and kill people, do this, do that. Now the right comes in. Oh, we gotta clean it up now. Now we gotta bring the hammer though. You can't action. She's out of control. We gotta come in with force. Okay? And these military troops that are gonna be sent into these cities, these inner cities, they're gonna be given the go-ahead to use fucking force, whatever they need. They use drone strikes, fucking see-in-the-dark weapons, okay, all type of crazy ass technology, and they're gonna do a digital siege upon you. Hey, these people are crashing that fuck out. Let's see, if you do that. See, the nigga woman, she will do that. The motherfucking troops come in, she gonna try to curse him out, think that she's above the law. You see what I'm saying? That bandit, whack, whack, whack. She out of there. And all these other hoes, they gonna, ooh, I ain't doing that no more. Okay. You gotta, okay, yeah.
The Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord.
The king's heart, the heart meaning the mind. So whatever these kings, so-called presidents, so-called prime ministers, and even the wicked elite, the hidden hand behind the scenes, that are really the real king, the black coat, right? You know, the different, the red pill people, the Rockefellers, those, the elite banking family. Their mind is in the hand of the Lord. Meaning the Lord, he controls what they do. On the right and the left does he work. Okay? The Most High, he creates good and he creates evil. There is the proof. We bring out those scriptures every week. And see, that's why, where's the disputer of this world? Where's the scribe? Where's the wise? Where's the disputer of this world? Why is nobody disputing it? All they can say, oh no, the Gentiles can make it. All right, cool. Let's go into prophecy now. Now they silent. They can't go into prophecy. They can say, oh, that's not what it means. Then what does it mean? And then those who dare to try to break it down, they fucking butcher it. I think this means, I think what that means. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Thank you.
Okay? Meanwhile, everything that we're saying are possible to go down. Coming to pass. How can you deny it? Trump is literally coming in. War is literally getting started. You got the Palestinians literally getting bombed. You gonna tell the Palestinians, you know, that's not, the Hebrew Israelites is wrong about that. They get bombed to fucking smithereens. That's in the scriptures. By the people who say that they are the people and are not. That's in the scriptures. So everybody's trying to bow down before Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
He said the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. It's the rivers of water. He turn it wherever he will.
As the rivers of water, he turns wherever he wants. All right, he wants him to go left, he gonna go left. If he wants him to go right, he gonna go right. And everything is money. You can see the people that listen to that. There's, you know, brother, we of course. But they literally live it. They listen to it. That's all that they listen to. That shit is demonic, man. And they just that same like demonic glare. They all over fucking weight, all dreads, bugged out. Okay, toxic. Okay. Yeah, can you get back in Revelation 3 and 2, I think that Ezekiel 21, I think it's 21, talk about a sword of fire. Okay.
This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Able to be able to endure, you gotta apply Isaiah 33:6. Because Isaiah 33:6 says what? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. Right? So we gotta keep that. Hold fast with thy hand, but don't let it get that. So you kept the word, the patience of the words of the Lord. Go ahead.
And also to keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Right, because the Lord said in Luke 4:18, he that brought these things upon you will deliver you from the hand of your enemies. See that? Listen, you kept the saying of the Lord, you held fast to what you have, the name, all right? When you sell out, see that? You'll be in good and all in there. That's what the Lord said. You can help sacrifice. You know? Man, Daniel and Elijah, the Lord came through. Why? Because of Daniel. All right? He feared the Lord. He believed in our side. Right? And what the Lord did, the Lord delivered him. they starved on purpose. You see that? This is not no ordinary, you know what I'm saying, thing that happened. Then the reason for our learning that guess what? We didn't trust in the words of Yahweh Bashim Like the elder was saying, we got examples in the scripture. All right, to prove the power of Yahweh Bashim Like.
Well, I got a few to prove.
Daniel in the lion's den, man. You don't think how scared he was, but he trusted in the Lord? You don't think he had thoughts of the lion attacking him? But he had to trust in the Lord and his word, man, because Daniel's righteous. So he's like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna trust in the Lord. Lord, if I have to do something, I gotta go, but I didn't bow down to the enemy. You know? And what happened? The Lord defended for Daniel, man. Food and everything. It ain't just Daniel stayed alive. That's just one miracle that, hey, he stayed alive. He came out of that. But in the in-between time, in the meantime, Daniel was getting fed. He ate, he drunk, water and food, straight. And the lions go there, stop like mom and steal about it. Who control the beast? And him was part of the house. That's Jeremiah.
That's it. And the Lord is going to show that he has control over all things.
He's going to show it. That's miracles.
And people are going to see miraculous things happen to you, and they're going to marvel.
They're going to be like, you know what I'm saying?
You know, they're going to consider, they're going to be like, you know, they're going to consider, your family's going to start to consider, these women are going to start to consider, these men are going to start to consider. That's it. That's it. But I got a piece of it. This is Romans 15 and 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Right, see, it's been for our learning, man. So the scripture has applied to us at the time that we could have gone through, man. Especially the book of Acts, those persecution of prophets. And here it is, that's what's going to happen. Like the elder was saying, I think it's like, so Paul is speaking how each side of the top and the bottom is doing that with the top, because look at the top, the prophet. So the persecution of the prophet, but he started now within the people. Because there's a serpent, smoke that's in the wind, a cunning man. All right, this is how he designed to get to us, having this food. See that? But everything in the foretime is written for our learning. So be patient. Go ahead.
Yep. It says that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
There you go. See that? Because that's how we're able to endure. Through hope, faith, believe. See that? Going out what the Lord said. Not turning back. Remember. You know? Patience and suffering. All right? Of the scriptures. We may have hope. Hope in what? Hope in salvation. Hope in deliverance. Even for the smallest matter. All right? You got to go to a concentration camp. You got to be out here alone on your own as a kid. All right? Guess what? Patient. All right? And understand the scriptures. Believe that you have about small stuff. You have to do that.
Well, like I said, we have these examples of men, great forefathers. You read Hebrews 11 chapter about our great forefathers, how they showed great acts of faith. Even in the time of death, and certain of them got put to death. Okay? Certain of them were like Lot. Lot, his woman left. His woman looked back. You might have a woman that looked back. And that could be your trial. You know? And it'd be a one that you really love her. You know? But you're going to suffer loss. You got to suffer loss. Basically, y'all try to say, well, you know, basically, if you're not willing to lose your life, for my name's sake, you're going to lose it. Okay?
Those that lose my life, it's like those that lose their life in my name, so you said, dang, everlasting.
Alright, so this is all temporary. What really matters, alright, is the kingdom. That's forever. Alright? No man can steal anything. Nothing that's given to you is ever be taken from you.
No mouth, no word.
Nothing's going to corrupt. So the whole goal is to get to there, and your blessings are going to be challenged. Alright, in front of your children that you love so much, in front of the women that you love so much, in front of the possessions that you have. Okay? and then the ultimate, your own life. Okay, are you willing to give up your own life? Are you willing to sacrifice that for Yahweh Shema Shai? Okay, and we have the scriptures to reinforce that's the mindset that we should get. Striving to the truth of the death. That's it.
James chapter 5 and verse 10. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. Behold, we count them happy which endure. They have heard of the patience of Job. They have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy.
Yeah, those are the little scriptures out. You got a woman, you love her to death, and what if she turn back like last night? You know what I'm saying? What's she trying to take him up to be like, that's Job right there. That's what I'm find out. You know, when you have a woman in their mind, say, what you gonna do? See that? But we have, all right, the scriptures to go to give us an example like trust in the Lord. Don't fall for it, don't fall for the world, don't fall for this and that. Trust in the Lord.
I got two. This is Psalms 37 and 25. Psalm 8. It said, I have been young and now am old. Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken,
Then you got the other page.
nor his seed begging bread.
You got the one, Shabbat 2 and 2.
What was that?
Psalms 37.
Another one in Job 2. Job 4 chapter. Okay, yeah, bring that one up.
Y'all know how to do so. Look at the generation of old and see. The enemy of God and the fear of the Lord was forsaken. Or call upon his name and was despised.
There you go.
Now one.
There you go. And this is why it's so important to ingest this book, to eat the roll.
Very important.
Okay? And to live it. You gotta live by these precepts.
Right, bro.
By every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High. That's your bread. That's your water. That's your substance. That's your nutrition. That's your protection.
Right.
That's your everything. Because you're gonna need this great defense in a time of trouble. You're gonna need that shield of faith to block all the fiery darts of Satan. And they're gonna come in many avenues, mainly to attack the mind. That's what Satan wants. He wants to attack your mind.
Yeah.
Okay?
Because once he got your mind, he got everything.
You know?
Why you think he saw with the technology?
Yeah.
He wants the mind. See that? Yeah, he's trying to alter your DNA, but he wants the mind.
That's it.
Once he get the mind, he got control like the Most High Yahweh.
Yep. Yeah, you're trying.
Yeah.
He got some, Lord gave this nigga some serious technology, some way out shit that you watch in the movie. He literally got that shit.
Right. On deck.
Okay? Ready to roll it out. Okay? Go ahead.
This is Job 13 and 15. Though he slay me, yet will I trust in
See,
him.
and that's the spirit of Job. And we read in James about the patience of Job. Catching pure hell. He got a multitude of news, all bad news. Family food,
This man,
fly food, house food.
Now I'll just say, this man, you gotta go to concentration camp. This man can shoot you down your door. You know where your mindset. Touch the head. That's a hell right now. You can put the face come like fuck on the world, man. Don't nobody know where I'm at.
Yeah, like an alligator uppercut.
Yeah, so like you got something to do. You see that? This is the time that we coming into.
And Esau he don't want this message of you trusting in a higher power.
Yeah.
Okay, the only living power. He don't want that, especially Israelites. He wants you to trust in him.
Yeah, trust the man.
But it's good to say that that they will not stay upon Isaiah. Yeah, Isaiah 10. I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can because I don't know. Yeah, you're going to do that.
Job 13 and 15. Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. But I will maintain my always before him.
Yeah, Job said, I'm going to maintain my integrity. I'm going to maintain the way of Yahweh on top. Just like he told the students, shall we not receive good and evil? If Job is spiritual to know that The Lord brought this. And he was within his mind, like, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, I didn't do that. He said, hey, look, whoever parents being innocent, I ain't innocent. You see? So the thing that we go through, we gotta take that, hey, whatever the Lord will do, he would put this amount of pain on me, Lord, I can bear it. You know, Lord, allow me to bear it. I would die in the name of the Lord. Hey, the scripture got everything. The scripture got every little way your mind can turn. Hey, I got to for you.
And then you got different men going through those situations. It's like the same man going through the same, goes in the same hard and easy. No, you got different men and different situations.
Different trials, tribulations.
Yeah, there's no about because our walk is not the same, but we're going the same way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like you walking on the sidewalk, the person you walking next to, he might not walk on one rock, but you did. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we're going the same way, but our walking not the same. This is why the Apostle Paul says you have to endure all things for the elect's sake. You got to endure. You know? So your hair is not my hair, but then what you doing? Don't catch your hair. So what? You endure our time. You know what I'm saying? But the scripture gives us hope that through our hell that we're going through, the Lord still got us, still with us. That's something that you really don't got. That's why I say,
God is the way.
God is the way. But yeah. You still got to feel the heaven.
Isaiah 10:20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel,
In that day, we're in that day. The remnant is speaking about the elect.
and such as all estate of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them.
Should no longer stay upon them that smote them. Who smote them? The Edomites. Okay, mainly. The other nations, they help, they further as well. You know, they lick the wound. You got Luke the 16th chapter. Okay, go ahead.
But shall stay upon the Lord your house, the Holy One of Israel, and truth.
And the word stay means to lean upon and to rely upon. Okay?
It said in NLT, but they were faithfully trusting the Lord.
There we go.
It said Isaiah 10:20 in the NLT, in that day the remnant left in Israel, the survivors in the house of Jacob, would no longer depend on allies who seek to destroy them, but that were faithfully trust the Lord, the Holy One of Israel.
Oh yeah, like for example, the medical system. You got Jake that know Esau's the devil, but they still go through his medical system and still take his prescription, still take his medicine, and thinking that he's fucking for you. And you still getting fucked up. But the alternative is to take the herbs and be disciplined and continue to do it and pray. You don't want to do that. Because Esau said that don't work. And you don't have patience. So that's just another example. Jacob keep going to the devil and keep getting fucked up. And Jacob, when food gets shut off, Jacob will Esau save it. When the economy crashes, save it. We saying the Lord, we telling the Lord to save us. Okay, we're not gonna no longer rely upon those that are willing to kill us, destroy us. We're gonna rely on the Holy One of Yahweh. Okay? And that's for all things. Alright, so rules over our shelters, the protection of us, the Akim, our families, okay, our minds, okay, shelter over our heads, food in our stomachs, alright, in the mind, we continue and go into the end. You can resist the chip.
Man, that's like, where they gonna talk?
It said, "In your patience is that your soul." And our people have no patience at all. So what's wrong?
They not the way out of here. You saw how this microwave mindset, bro. I'm going to need to wait till food got done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the scripture says, so as the leader serves the people. So you saw evil controlling the world, bro. And look at the people, just like violent, just like it. And they ain't got no fucking faces, just like it. Attitudes, just like it. You know? There's something with power.
You ain't your father the devil. You got to fight for the Israelites. They're acting just like Esau. Just like, and that same generation is back. This all called this lying, fucking generation, right? That's literally Esau. That's Jacob's got style. That's all.
That's it. That's how they dress it up.
You know?
Yeah.
Jake is wild with his shit. So Jake become more wicked than the wicked. Like Esau, he bland. Bang bang, you know? Shoot him up. Esau, he got a drum and shit, making that he doing a rap video and shit. You know, Jake making it like one nigga that this is just the lifestyle. Nigga get business.
He decorated. He's putting color on.
Color. Yeah.
Blue. You know?
You got the new Jordans on, too, that blicky on them. You know, you got hat tips to the side. You got holes with them. He's driving a whip. Jake make it look fun and sexy. You know? But that's Edomite activity because what's happening? It's not like you're going against the actual real enemy. You're going against your neighbor. You're going against your brother. You know, so you're making it fun to come against your own people. Okay?
Matthew chapter 7.
So that's even more wicked. That's why Jacob's more wicked than Esau.
Matthew chapter 7 and 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate.
Enter ye in to the straight gate. This is the truth. See, if you got Jake trying to come up another way. Say, you could have come up another way like a people. You know what I'm saying? You got to come to the Lord as you are. Yo, you got to meet the requirements, man. The most high, the house of God will sanctify. You know what I'm about? But they trying to put, you know, they're trying to serve the Lord. Now they want to serve the Lord. No. You can't serve the Lord. Right? You got lies. You got to abide by. What about Jacob Earth?
Enter ye in at the straight gate. For wide is the gate. And broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go in that way. A lot of people want to use the easy path. You just go up the broad. It's what? Christianity. Jesus Christ. What? Jesus, Jesus. And then you got down the path of destruction. You know? Allah, Buddha. You know?
That's the way they lead to the country. Because with the God and the first God, it do not retain salvation. On the scripture, on the Bible, on the words that we have by the top, retain salvation.
Verse 14. Because great is the gate and narrow is the way which lead unto life.
Right, it leads to life. So yeah, you don't check there. You know what I'm saying? Because it leads to life. Being obedience to the Yahweh outside, it leads to life. Put out the pearl of the world, the family of the world, it leads to life. Because think about it. When you in the world, on the property, being a part of the environment, what was happening? We surrounded by them. The gates surround, it's them. That's all they do for most of them. When it's violent, or sick, or good, because we're all they need to. Them. You know, exactly. You know? So you put in the straight gate, which is putting up the old man, putting the new man that's in the other side. It's going to be hard. Go ahead.
It said, which lead unto life.
Right, but it leads to life.
Because great is the gate and narrow is the way which lead unto life. And few there be that find it.
Right. It's only three. And that three is speaking about the elect. That's what the Lord was giving them the ability to everything.
I'm going to read this to MLT. This, no, that's not
See, ain't talking about the average nigga, all right? Because your favorite basketball player, your favorite superstar, he ain't gonna make it. See that? Because how much money he got? How much is he damaged? All right? If he ain't coming back in the field, he ain't gonna make it. Right?
Matthew 7:13, NOT, you can enter the Most High Kingdom only through the narrow gate.
Only through the narrow gate?
Well, you got a sheep gate.
Yeah.
You got a sheep gate where only one sheep can go in at a time.
Because you can't, you won't be do it, you know?
And they got to get into that, you got to get into a straight path.
And it's just like, you know, I was going through a shortcut, you know, they had to swing through the field. Like, you can get in there, but you had to swing all in there to get through the gate. It ain't, see that,
Everybody. Ex-Satanists. A sodomite. Trans, they the head of the congregation.
the gate wide open. No, it's
Every nation. Every nation.
every nation is wide open. It's not the Lord's house, man.
That's that feel good too.
Everybody,
That's like you get that, what they call it, participation award.
Yeah.
Everybody get a show. Everybody win. We all win.
Everybody get a reward.
That ain't how life works. So it's no different.
It said you can enter, this is the NOT, Matthew 7:13 with the NLT. You can enter the Most High Kingdom only through the narrow gate.
Right. Only through the narrow gate.
The highway to hell is broad,
See?
and its gate is wide.
Right. And that reminds me of Zechariah 13:8. You know, they said two words when we went put out in the store.
It's a whole song. You know, Esau's song.
You know that two birds was on the highway to hell. You know?
Hell is the grave. Hell is the grave.
Yeah, so they not in the bed for them up. He just wanted out the way of understanding.
You're twice dead. Remember spiritual way they said James? We talk about twice dead, fucked up. Because they're already in a dead state. Right? But then they gonna get put to death again. I gotta look up. Yeah, you got it.
It said the highway to hell is broad, and its gate is wide for the many who
See,
choose
it's
that
wide
way.
for the many. See that? It's wide for the many.
Yeah, this is Jude 1 and 12. It says, these are spots in your feast of charity when they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear. Clouds they are without water.
Feed themselves without what?
Without fear.
Without fear. How do you feed themselves? Right?
Yeah. So like 15. The wisdom of understand with the greater understanding.
Yeah. So this is how you feed yourself. But you feed yourself. You see the terror of the Lord, but you're not doing it with fear. You're not believing that it's really real. See that? Now count the cost. But you read it though, you study it, you look at the words, you put all to that, but it's not with fear. See that? And that's one thing that you gotta have fear. So fear is the first step to what? To be accepted of Lord Yahweh. You must fear him. That's why I take her to Christianity. Because your fear is being taught by the Christianity. You're not understanding the fear of how to fear the Lord. Now I'm telling you how to fear the Lord.
They're telling you that the Lord loves everything that you do.
Exactly.
Just keep going.
But the prophets, the terror of the Lord persuade you.
Just keep putting in that money in that pot. Jesus loves you.
You don't get your meal.
You know? Yeah, you gonna get that. You gonna see a God healed. And Jesus. So you gonna get that money. You know? 20 years later, you gonna still get that money. You know, so they got a false sense of reality.
False sense of hope. False sense of fear.
And a false sense of fear.
Yeah, that's it. False sense of fear.
Back in Matthew
So
7,
I'll say this real quick. Because Jake don't really fear the Most High.
He's not doing that.
You know? Yeah. Jake don't really fear the Most High. Alright? They believe that the whole narrative of the Most High God, he knows everything. He knows everybody. Come as you are. You know?
You got to set, there's also a gift. Because I was in the world with, you know what I'm saying? And when I was out, we got to the Lord. But then what? I think they were family. You know what I'm saying? Like I found really to tap in, sitting in the Lord, understand the life. Yeah. You know, learn the quick. That's why the Lord got them blind. They blind to come to the Lord. But guess what? When everything happens, the Lord will open their mind up quick over there. See? So he opened our mind on the natural thing. So God had to be fulfilled. That's 11. They say after 3 8 and a half, it's still life to get to them, right? And she's telephone enough people. And what's that happen? Her. That was free enough. Her ain't into thirds right now.
Hey, that's the black culture. Phil was created to make us good.
There you go. See that? Phil was what created in the state from the moon. The Lord put, he installed it so that Phil wasn't killed.
Yeah, you can't have fear without you can't have faith without fear.
Exactly.
Because you got to fear that there's a consequence or not, you know, for your action. You gotta have faith that the Most High will put your ass to death, but you can do it. We don't move without fear.
We all had school books. We all saw school books. You know what I'm saying? And motherfucker knows. Motherfucker man, see me gonna take my shit. You know what I'm saying? You believe that. So then we have faith in him. And guess what you did? You prayed because you know you're going to come and take your shit. What are you doing about it?
Hey,
You know what?
like, it's in Hebrews 11:7. By faith, being one of the Most High, of things not seen as yet.
Being warned.
Not seen as yet. Move with fear.
You got Noah. Yeah, Noah. I was he said something from my mind. We got to get back up to
Hebrews 11:7. Hebrews 11:7. By faith, Noah being one of the Most High, of things not seen as yet, moved with fear.
So he was given the spirit of faith, and he moved in fear. Being warned of things that have not happened yet. Okay, you better do this. You know, oh shit. And I got faith that it's actually going to happen. But I'm moving, I'm building it in fear. Because I don't want it to happen with me. Okay? Go ahead.
It says by faith. It says by faith, Noah being one of the Most High, of things not seen as yet. It said move with fear. Hebrews 11:7. By faith, Noah being one of the Most High, of
So
things.
we're warned of the Most High. That's why we're moving in fear. We come out here through fear. Of course, faith is there, of course. But the faith is also established by the fear. Because through fear, that's action. Faith is action. We're really married to it. You really can't have one without the other. As well as you can throw in works. Okay?
I got a saying. Third breed faith. Third breed faith.
And faith brings fear.
Faith breed faith.
It's like you go in the word. That's it. That's it. You know? And through all that, you're gonna start to work. You want to know, he started building, he started working, he started doing the work. Okay? And he was a preacher, the people say he was a preacher of righteousness. What does the word preacher mean? He's prophesying. So he prophesied while he was building. Is that what we were doing? Okay? But you gotta have a spiritual mind to even see that. Alright? The majority of our people, they don't have a spiritual mind. It's spiritual discernment. They're working fucking dates. Alright, so they have to really to hell with. We don't feel sorry for them. Okay, we are concerned with the righteous. Those that listen. That's it.
So by faith, Noah being one of the Most High, of things not seen as yet, moved with fear.
Is it the thing I see in yet? Alright? And they can tell us
Nobody can receive the time. There's never been a time for you to actually wait what's getting ready to happen now. There's a time like no other. And even if you go back 70 AD, you go back to different part, civil wars, and you go to World War I, World War II, the war between the Greeks and the Persians. We can't even compare that with what's getting ready to happen now. So nobody's ever seen it. Nobody's ever seen nuclear missiles fly out of the sky.
That's because remember, that's the day the Lord said he was doing it. What they were before the rain, right? But the system, it never rained. And only water they really got was what? The dew. You know what I'm saying? So when Noah was speaking about it was going to rain and flood, that's not going to flood.
He a bug out. What the hell that gonna happen? No, it's the beginning of time. Noah, water can't come out of the sky. Water from that was like a unheard concept. Like it never happened. It never happened. So that's like, what are you talking about, bro? Chill. We need some bitches. We need to have fun. Right, you a bug out. He's a terrorist. Then that mother, you all for a day. But how much more back then? Because everything that Noah was saying, it started to rewind back into the moment. All the words that we're saying, it's like all these people that walk by, all these people that take photos, all these people that watch the video, all the people that heard this, when the things go down, it's going to rewind back into their mind. Niggas know what we're saying. Niggas. Where the niggas at? Okay, it's having a word. Where the Israelites at? Where my brothers at? Where my brothers? Yeah, it's going to be too late, isn't it? So the rain coming out like, oh shit. But there was no at. They knew it was hard clothes. They like, that wasn't Noah. Come on.
Hey, beating on that ball. They
Look, so it's going to be much more terrible this time. Because the Lord has done all that. The Lord, Yahweh, he's not well known in this earth right now. Okay? But we are now making him acquainted back with the earth by telling everybody Yahweh Bashim Yahweh is the one who's doing it. They're going to consider that. What's actually happening? It's going to be too late. What are they going to consider it?
So they don't know and see that it's not a man. So you got some actors going on in the world, they call it the act of God. Because it's just certain things happening that a man can't do. You know what I'm saying? So in that day, they're going to skip. I think Daniel, he read the writing. No one was able to break their writing down. But the Lord gave Daniel the spirit to be able to recite the hand of the law. And they were blessed. Right. They gave him signs, they gave him so much government. So he was blessed.
Yeah, Daniel did that as God.
You know?
Back in Hebrews 11:7.
So how do you think they're going to treat us? Was you quoted scripture earlier? In thy days, I keep in my power, people trying to look at it. In the day I power, I people to be willing, literally, eyes open, mouth open. You talk to somebody, he's looking at you. Whatever you say, like, I'm just do whatever you say. That's how it's getting ready to go now. Here you just a nobody in their eyes, like you're a nobody in their eyes, and in that time they just looking for you. They bobbing from side to side, whatever you say, that's how it's gonna be. Because we're the only ones that know how to answer.
Yeah.
Well, what the answer gonna be? Jeremiah the 15th chapter. Sound what the devil tells. So we ain't telling you shit. Get on your own. Go bump that dog.
This is Jeremiah too. Say that he's going to make our tongue
Well, you have Matthew 25. 10 verses. Amos, that 8th chapter, 11th verse. When they said that the virgin shall go to and from, and basically try to find the truth.
like in Hebrews 11:7, by faith, Noah, being one of the most high of things not seen as yet, moved in fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness.
So he condemned the world. Noah, he prepared the ark. And while he was preparing the ark to be delivered, he was condemning the world simultaneously. And we are building that spiritual ark now. Okay? And we're prophesying against this wicked world. We're condemning the world. Okay? We are not friends with the world. All right? We are against this world. Okay? We're against the powers that are all the way at the top to the lower level motherfucker at the bottom. They all wicked. They're all going to receive judgment. Okay? That's it. And if you don't want to get with this is really not even your choice. When you really want to think about it, it's all preordained. Nevertheless, you still rehearse the right act. You still have to go through the motion. Right? I mean, that's so high level. The Lord's like, hey, everything's already preordained. Nevertheless, we still here. Because you don't know if you're a part of that ordainment. You don't know if you're part of the elect. You have to fight for it. You have to strive for it. You have to contend for the thing. I mean, the Lord, he wants fighters. Right? This is the spiritual military. Okay?
Yeah, but he said, the Lord said, good hard as a soldier. What is a soldier? A soldier is a fighter. And the Lord said, you got to do hard as a soldier. You got to fight.
Well, just like Pete said, when he had he basically cursed out the military. I'll just say it like that. He basically cursed out the military. He said, "Now we gonna be doing fucking PT every goddamn day. We're gonna have to meet certain standards. We're gonna meet certain standards. All right, your commanding officer, he can use force. It's not gonna be none of that woke shit no more. He can put hands on you." He said that. They go back to that ancient sergeant, work your ass out, beat your ass in the head, stomp you out, and get your shit right. And if you can't take it, then you can't be in the military. Okay, so the Lord does that on the righteous side. The different trials and tribulations that we go through to make us harder. Okay, to be made hard. Because you're going to have a hard mindset to be able to be in the midst of all kinds of death and destruction and sorrow and misery and pain. In a furnace without filter. Okay? So we're in a furnace without future. That's why during the day of trouble, that's when we're going to be made precious. That's when you're going to see all that fire you get that furnace, getting cleaned out. Get all the impurities out to where now you fucking shine.
Oh man, you know what I'm saying?
Look at that too, but I'm going to one furnace, and at the bottom just going to a flame of love. I love making that know Revelation 3:19, and then is I love, I was doing that.
Caution, bus is turning.
Hey, because look, when you really consider a furnace, and when you're purifying metal, you're doing it for the metal. For the metal, it has impurity.
You needed to cut right.
You know? And ultimately, the person that's doing it, that's refining is really doing it from this state. So that metal can actually become usable, profitable. Because gold that has impurities in it stuck in the earth, what use does it have? There is no use. You don't even know it exists. Until you go and you gotta find it, that's toil, that's labor. And then you gotta take the impurities out of it. You gotta melt it down and then bring it back together. You keep melting it down, keep shining it until it's perfect. So that's the elect. Okay?
We just zoo animals.
They don't.
We just zoo animals.
So it's basically like
It's all good. They don't.
we gotta look at the spiritual thing. What's he doing? What's he making do? So now, when you just say, if you ask God, we're gonna play it back.
Yeah, this is a game league. You know what I'm saying? What we doing, they look at this and just, oh, look at these niggas.
Well, and what is it not proper? So will we not be made a spectacle of the world? Okay, we're a spectacle.
We got to take them in the spirit, and let the Lord just do this, do their glory.
I'm a smile for the camera. Fuck that. You know?
You know, if she don't see how she don't know.
Right.
Damn, how the big, get what she told us. Y'all ain't doing stuff like that. Yeah. So it's all, the Lord speaks to the Lord. You got to simple. Real powerful.
This is Psalms 91, the verse 7. It says, and this is one back to what you pointed out, bro. It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand.
I mean, a lot of motherfuckers die. All right? Remember, you coming to what? Jacob trouble.
Right.
It's already killing in the day. But the scripture says, blood gonna be up to the horse's bridle. That's another of how much blood is going to be on the horse. A horse's bridle is just like, what, 3 feet, 4 feet? That's how much blood is going to be. So give you 10,000 on the right, 1,000 on the left, dead body. That's why, you know, Jacob got any type of illness or sickness. They ain't gonna last long. Because that's what they're gonna cut the water off. You know, they're gonna cut the supply of food. They already ain't trying to get out Medicaid now, so what you do is gonna be happy with Medicaid. You ain't got the prerogative to go get no help. So a lot of people gonna be asked out, they're gonna be forced to go get the prerogative. So motherfuckers gonna be dying for the lack of bread, you know, for the lack of water. And much big tribulation. So that's why you're gonna have 10,000 on the right, you know what I'm saying? And 1,000 on the left. Dead as a doorknob.
It says, but it shall not come nigh thee.
Why? Because the angels kept it on the bathroom before the Lord. See that? So yeah, we're gonna be in the midst of Babylon. Because we're gonna be protected, we're gonna be aided. Alright? We gotta protect it, we gotta defend it. And his name is Jehovah. Alright? Because that's how we elect to be able to not be touched or moved. See that? But it starts now. Alright? But the time, the trial and the testing is coming, you're gonna have that. We'll say, get ready so you won't have to get ready.
Yeah, you hear this? You got a fucking championship fight. The fight of the fucking century.
Oh, the world, you know?
Well, this is the last fight,
Your
goddamn.
career on the line.
Hell, everything. Make or break, goddamn it.
Yeah.
You know, and you ain't even training.
Yeah.
You're not even working out.
Eat McDonald's.
Yeah, you just chill.
Yeah, they do it.
And the days getting closer and closer. And you just like, hey, you know, the club and shit, grinding it, you know. You're not even doing no type of exercise.
That's right. That's right.
How the fuck you expect to win in there? Because Paul spoke about it's like a race.
Yeah, yeah.
And you run this race like you want to fucking win.
Yeah.
You don't run this race like just to be a participant. To take last place, or I get it. Nah, it's like death. You run like you want to win. Okay, the pride is the incorruptible crown. Okay, salvation, protection. And you're gonna want that in this time that we're in. And none of us can really imagine and fathom it because we haven't experienced what really is going to happen. The Lord, he taps in just enough to be able to speak about it and see different movies and different things that have happened and have that understanding to where it's going to get bad, but it's going to get worse than that. Okay? It's going to be a lot worse than what you thought it would be. A time like no other. So you want to be spiritually training right now. You want to have meaning your mind, not physically fill up. You say body that's like this a little. So you should definitely sound body, sound mind. You want to have the body as best possible in that, you know, of course. But spiritually training what we're doing now, getting his word inside your mind. Because you're not going to have another brother right there. Hey brother, what's that precept again? Hey brother, can you give me some comfort? Hey, I need a counsel. What can I do? Nah, you want to fucking know what to do. You got to be in the spirit.
So get ready.
You got to be in it.
So get ready. So you don't have to get ready. Get it while the getting is good, because it's good to get it now. Because when it storm, it's
gonna be
over.
gone.
You ain't got it, you ain't gonna
He
get
was
it.
seeking the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near.
They no trade in country.
That's it. And our people, they procrastinate. Last minute, nah, this is not no last minute shit. This ain't last minute.
Then take go.
But it is what it is. So we about to see a lot of Israelites cook. You see, bro, you can only imagine with a Latin tribe, you hear? You know the experience of it? You didn't even hear it. You established something. You got families, you got people in it. And fucking one day, motherfucking, the Stockos come in with masks on. Grab your ass up, put a knee in your back. Say, shut the fuck up, beat you, put counseling, and ship your ass. You know. Whether it's your family or people. Well, that's trouble. And then what's getting ready to happen to these tribes here in America? Or the so-called black man, Esau's gonna have that same fucking force. By burning rab and kindle over you. That's what's getting ready to be established here in America.
It's really Jeremiah. This prophecy, this didn't happen when the time of Babylon. Right? To go ahead with the servant king. That's how you know that he was speaking about Babylon the Great.
That chapter speaks about ancient Babylon, but a lot of in that chapter really speak about America, Babylon the Great, man.
Yeah. This is Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah,
which is the northern and southern kingdom. You have the so-called Latinos and Native Americans. Okay, that's Israel. Okay, that's the northern kingdom. They getting fucked up too. Are they getting treated like animals too? All right, and they're being shown that the so-called white man still hates them. He still got simple mind of them that still is going to stay upon Esau. And fuck them. All right, fuck these niggas that want to worship Esau, want to worship white Jesus. To hell with them niggas. The Most High going to destroy 2/3 of the people in America. And we not going to have no pity. There's going to be no pity when that time comes when they send those troops. Okay, the so-called white man is doing right now. He's preparing to lay siege upon the people. Okay, a digital siege at that. He's going to cut you off from the fucking system. And he's going to dare you niggas with his switches. With the suit shooting sideways. We got motherfucking special forces. With the latest technology. Okay? With billions and billions of dollars backing them. Say, hey, take the motherfuckers out. Show no pity.
Okay, you got all these cameras being set up. So it's like there's nowhere to run and hide. They got you. You got heat-seeking bullets. They can go through walls.
Florida got it.
Yeah, but he can't take technology.
Exactly. Like Ezekiel 9 and 4. Go to the gates of the city.
That's smart.
Like all the ones that don't have the mark. The mark of the lot.
That's
Don't have the mark of the lot. Go ask them, man.
Utterly slave, have no pity.
Have no pity.
Man.
Oh, y'all. Right in. Oh, in.
Yeah, look.
Big up.
Yeah. A little white in there. Little nigga holding his shit out. He gonna be.
Look up. Like this.
Well, even the newborn. The precious little newborn that's gonna grow up to be a fucking carrot. Take him out. That's gonna be. You see that, bro? Like what's happening over there in Palestine? Can you fucking imagine, bro? You can fucking imagine. In Gaza, bro, just think you were there, and that's what's fucking happening. Your family just gets slaughtered. Your little daughters, your sons, your wife, just fucking torn in pieces right before your eyes. It happens fucking daily.
You ain't got no power.
And Allah ain't coming.
He ain't coming. He can't hit.
Nobody cares if you're Christian. You come down to Jesus Christ, say like what trip?
Oh, that nigga don't know the house. They don't know the come through. Jesus line always been.
He ain't gonna do a big change time. But guess what? Him, Revelation 1 and 7. All right? I think I want to say you have a shot. Yeah, he come to get shot. So he come to lay the law down. Law in heaven. He come to lay it down. All right? This is the power that's going to put everything back in order.
That's it. And he's an austere man.
He ain't playing no game.
So we coming into a time of great death, man.
Yeah?
Hey, 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, Ezra spoke about the time of great death. Okay, pestilence, wars, the book of I mean, it's all over the scriptures.
Everyone, man.
We're in that time. If you can't fucking see it, then hey, it is what it is.
Bring the seed.
It's sometimes, you can't even see that, bro. Come on, so somebody right now, I can't see that.
You got to pray for the doors of mercy.
Like everything going on though, bro. You really look at the time, you're like, oh, fuck, you can't see missile top right now. Everybody got missiles, bro. Kill drama. They playing with the motherfucker like Marlon Wayne, man.
Yeah.
Everybody playing with the missiles. So, I think how big can't see that? I mean, glasses, bro.
Yeah, they need that ice out.
That's why we were focused on you got Diablo, you got this is the United States, you got BBC. This is the possible thing, that's what over American is.
Well, yeah, like how Christ said, he told the disciples, more than the talk. But he said, watch as well as pray.
Yeah, that's it.
Spirit and deed as well as the flesh. Okay? So watch what the fuck is going on. Like, because you're watching it. So you're actually watching for the prophecy. Her mind is getting, okay, what is happening? That's a daily task, the burden of work. And as well as the dream. Because you don't enter into those temptations. Okay, because there's a lot of temptations out there that's trying to teach you about the game.
He told Ephesians 6 that you'll be able to put the time with God for the yeah, he was now this is Ephesians 6. This is Ephesians 6 and 11. Put on the whole armor on the Most High. Now this is Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brother.
Finally, my brother.
He's strong in the Lord and the hour by assuming our shot and the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, so you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Hey, put yourself with the whole truth. Not some part of the truth, but the whole truth. Okay, put all you're a soldier getting ready to go into a life and death situation. You're about to go to battle and fight the enemy that wants to kill you. The enemy is not going to say, wait for a timeout. There is going to be no bell that's going to ring. A referee that's going to step in. There ain't going to be no break. It's a life and death situation. So if you not prepare yourself, if you're not put on the helmet, the chest plate, if you're not put on all your armor, if you're not taking your weapon, right? If you're not taking the shield, right? So spiritually do all these things.
But we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yeah, so it's telling you the type of battle it's going to be. It's going to be a spiritual battle. Okay? The flesh is going to contend against the spirit. Good is going to contend against evil. And it's in you. This evil is in you, which is the flesh. That wants to come out day in and day out. The flesh will never sacrifice. It's literally never.
It says, wherefore, take unto you the whole armor for the inside the hour, and you may be able to stand the wiles of the devil.
Hey, the trick of the devil is just in full-fledged. Hey, he going all out. He really doing it all. Do you see since AI came out, they this AI to fuck. You see how good it's gotten over the last couple of years? That shit is like almost undetectable. Where you don't even know what the fuck is real and what's not. And then the chat GPT, for arguing when it first came out, bro, that shit's crazy. And that's the free one. What about the shit that they got? Where they can type somebody's name in and they give you all the fucking information on that person. The whole background. All their text, all their emails, all the locations that they've been, where they park at, their mama's name. You can't delete it. Yeah, yep, that's it. It's on file. And the new phones that are out, the new iPhones and Androids, they have AI technology where everything that you do is actually uploaded to the cloud. So your phone is a physical device, but it's actually in the cloud. So whatever you do on your phone, it's literally being recorded. You can't delete it. You fucking can't delete it. If you send a text message and delete it, it's in the cloud. So they can roll back any day, any moment where you're at, and they can see what's going on in your phone. The same thing in the new computers. So everything, they're documenting every fucking thing, so the AI can pinpoint if you're an enemy to the state. They'll be able to cut you off instantly.
I think my bill Bill Gates. He said that he wants the iPhone, well, that's the iPhone, but he wants the phone in. He wants to do away with the phone. You know what he means by this? The RFID secret.
So it said, wherefore, take it to use the whole armor of the Most High, that he may be able to withstand the evil day, and having done all to stand.
The days of evil, and you see the buildup. Has it gotten better? Okay, let's do it like this. Has the world gotten better? Has your situation gotten better? Have you got more money? Are you more comfortable? Are you in full health? You wake up in the morning? Do you have fucking pure energy? Or are you fucking barely fucking making it? You stressed the fuck out. You mad that you gotta go to work. Okay? You mad that you got a day off. You gotta be around these fucking people. You gotta do this bullshit.
I know Jay said something to put more money in your pocket.
Yeah, I'm about to overtime. That's why I'm asking. You can say you want no taxes.
They go home for slave. But you gotta understand, you gotta get into the mind of the Negro. You gotta get into the mind of the black man. The mind of the black man is on the lowest level. They are comfortable. Look, hear me out. The mind of the average black man and Hispanic, and we're gonna deal with the black man here in America. The mind of the average black man is on the lowest fucking level. Okay? They're okay with being on the fucking bottom. The only hope is for them to be somewhat higher status within niggatry. You know, the block. Amongst their black circle. They can have, the precious car. That's okay. If a nigga just has the precious car in his block, he's okay. If he just had some nice clothes, if he had a hoe and a side hoe, he's okay. He don't need too much. Even if he's a side nigga. If he's a side nigga, he's okay with that. Okay? He's okay with being fucked up in the body, but as long as he got his drink and his weed, you see what I'm saying? As long as he got his drink and his weed, he's good, because he get medicated. And he don't care what so-called white niggas. He don't care the Chinese, he don't care how they balling out this world. He don't care how they're acting to a president. He don't care about it. He's what he got his chicken. You know?
PlayStation 5.
There you go. See, you don't need too much. Oh, you gotta have it.
You gotta have a bitch.
It's the bitch that's been passed around most of the time.
You don't care.
He's okay. He loves second slot.
I love it, man.
The nigga's okay with this that he's dealing with for her man to need to go to work and he's supposed to sneak in and clean up the mess. He's okay with that. But niggas are nasty. This knowledge is too high for you. This is the highest level knowledge. The Lord said, because you have rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no precept to me. So the Lord don't want your average Jake, your average Hispanic, okay, to come into this. They're on the lowest level. They're Lord and Esau.
And they definitely It said, stand therefore having your Lord girt without the truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, above all, taking the seal of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. That's clearly it says, the all taking the seal of faith. It was the seal. The seal is a what? Protection. You know? And he says, when you able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. What is the fiery darts of the wicked? That's the sign on the side. That's one of the fiery darts. You know? But you don't believe, so you got power, victory. You don't trust in the Lord, you got power, victory. You know what I'm saying? You don't have faith, you got power, victory. But this is fiery dot. They're going to be excited too, but we're going to come up and, you know, you saw them working out here, they're going out a nice coat. 400 yards back.
Yeah, it's going to say that they see a secret of it, that they're bring the war of the war.
Yeah.
Because all these fiery darts are being shot in the secret.
The martial arts on. This is another fiery dot. See that? This is another fiery dot right there. But without faith, guess what? You're going to fall victim to it. You're going to let this override your judgment. You're going to get emotional. You know what I'm talking about? You're going to go out like Esau with a bang and get destroyed. But you got faith and you believe and you know what this is about. You know that the so-called white man is setting the rules down for the earth. And what you gotta do is pray and hope the Lord keep you out of the way. See that? That's another fiery dot. Guess what? With faith, you can see her. Guess what? You're able to work Chris. Oh, you can't get me with that. All right? Because the Chris can. You see? You can't get me with that. You know? My faith is on 10. I trust in the Lord, so whatever you put me at, guess what? I'm still gonna believe in how about you gonna come. Whatever you do to me, I'm still gonna trust in the Lord. That's a fiery dot, but through faith, you'll be able to push that fiery dot. This man, if you can come and snap the right in front of you, what you gonna do? You know, right when it's front of you, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? With that, you seeing this. What you gonna do? See that? You gotta trust in the Lord, it ain't true. You know? We got faith, but through faith, you know we have to work. But what? He said it's impossible. Without faith.
Faith in Jesus, it will happen.
It's over.
Hey, that's why it's important to have that name. You know who to call upon in that time of trouble. You got certain Israelites who say that even pushing it. Most high Christ will. You think that's going to help you, man? You got guns pointed to your head, man? You know?
What is that, Isaiah 60, you have to prepare a table for that. You know, these leaders are preparing Jake to be slaughtered, like IUIC. The leadership of IUIC, well, there's only one leader, and that's the zombie master, the Bishop Nathaniel. The Bishop, zombie master, Nathaniel. He's telling Jake to call on God and Christ. Jesus Christ. That's crazy.
Oh, no.
Man.
That's like a nigga giving you a fake number. Yeah, call this, man. 1-800-411 pain. I got you. Fuck out here. Yeah. Call them motherfuckers. Nobody answers this shit.
And you can blow it up. You know, you blow the number and then finally pick up. You're going to blow up this number and nobody going to pick up. Well, Proverbs the first chapter. They shall call on me and I will not answer. You know? Stop accepting calls, you know? And the doors with pictures, you know?
And it says, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. So it's his word. See that? Remember, Proverbs 35 says, every word of the Most High is what is good. But here's a shield unto them that put their trust in him. So, what we gotta have? We gotta have the word. Wisdom and knowledge that put the word to that time. You know? So the faith, just what we able to wait for the power of God. But through the word, we have to wait for the kingdom and see the salvation. That's right.
What's so crazy? Nigga, look at us now.
This brother promised because the Lord said that all the other brothers will go out.
Yeah, light. Don't go on my fire. A light minute. You know, because that was the same thing that was going on back then is going on now. That's another reason why this shit back in Revelation chapter 3, you just get like, trying to go, who's a big nigga, man? Charles a tall, 6'4", 6'5" nigga that's dunking on somebody and fucking winning touchdowns. You know? Nigga in the gym to be in 400. He a fucking flaming
Bundle of sticks.
you know, doing the unthinkable. But hey, they were created for that purpose. As crazy as they seem, the Lord gave them up to that reputation. A lot of them. A lot of them. One too many. Hey, bro, when I was in bro, you used to see Atlanta. I already know that. Oh, bro, Atlanta. That shit great.
Hey, bro,
I was
I was at a game. I was at a game, man. You was there. Man, they put a transformer on the fucking Megatron, bro. Nigga had a shadow man. Man, like you said, this motherfucker like he could be blocking. Like, what the fuck was this? On the screen. I was like, man, this shit wild.
I would say Atlanta more wilder than Texas. Because there's a lot of other nations, but there's a lot like nigga package out there. Nigga born. And they like, you'll have an Edomite in a business suit, he'll be a sodomite. But he ain't like flaming. You know what I mean? They flaming.
He's wearing size 16. He got the
That bitch had a size. That nigga had a size. This nigga had a thing. You have somebody. Go ahead.
Isaiah 31. This is Isaiah 31 verse 1. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not to the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord, how about you outside. Yeah, so hey, you got a lot of Jake, man, that hey, they gonna trust in this society when all hell breaks through. This shit collapses. So what brothers been speaking on, hey, they gonna go right back to what they know. They gonna use the same moves as going to east side even for help. You know? They don't know anything else. That's what they've been trained to do. You know?
They have established America as their home. This is a place where they believe that them and their great grandchildren are going to be here in America. This ain't gonna be the greatest place on planet Earth. I'm gonna establish my legacy here in America. I'm gonna pass down what I got to my family, my children. They can do the same thing over and over and over. So they have in their mind, this is it. So when we come here and we talk about a kingdom, we ain't talking here about no kingdom. They're trying to set their kingdom up right now.
They look at 20, 30 years down the line.
So that's the mind of wicked Israelites. Okay? What you got? If you didn't have this with Isaiah 1.
This is Isaiah 1, verse 3. It says, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel do not know.
Yeah, the Israelites. You ask one of these average so-called black men, or in today's now, you ask them, oh, I know that, brother. I've been knowing that. But it doesn't show. You just know. You just heard. You don't really believe it. The Most High requires you to believe. You know, you have not acted upon it. You know that you're an Israelite. All right, Jake just think, all right, we're Israelite. What does that mean then?
I got my friends going, brother.
You know? How's that going to take care of you? That's how Jake thinks. How's that going to give me a job? How's that going to help me in my everyday life?
Yeah, yeah.
You know? That's how they think.
Yeah.
Right? They don't really grasp and understand what this truth is really about. And then you got people that are in the truth that don't really know what this is about. Okay? So the ox and the ass was the creatures, stubborn creatures of labor. They know who their master is. They know where their crib is. Okay, they know who the person is protecting the needs and provides for them. Okay, go ahead.
It says, but Israel do not know.
These people down here, Israel, they don't know. So they're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. They're destroyed for not knowing. Okay? But then again, read.
It says, my people do not consider.
And then they don't even consider it. Right? Parents were telling them, and they're like, well, Jake will actually say, I ain't no Israelite. We ain't the people. We Gentiles. What they got to do with anything? So what if we were the people? We got to think about moving forward. Well, yeah. That's their spirit. They don't even consider the things that the scriptures say. They ain't trying to hear about the person. They ain't trying to hear about coming back to the Most High. They ain't trying to hear about doing good. Well, John the 3rd chapter. Men love darkness rather than the light. They would not come to the light because of deeds of evil. Mistaken paraphrase. Okay? So they ain't trying to get right now. And you know what? That's okay. Because you have to have a large amount of Israelites that will be destroyed in this time. That's more proof than what we were saying is true. Okay? So look at Jake walking around me, man. They gotta get taken out. They can't take it on no chariot. They Lord gotta take it down. They actually look degenerate. If you like look at them, they look degenerate, lost. They get through. They gotta come back in the kingdom. You know? Finish. The curse. And then the curse say the Lord smite the knees. You know? On inflammation. Okay? That's one of the first inflammation. Okay? That's the circulation is on. Bad kidneys, bad lymphatic, bad diet, highly acidic. You will have to go on parsley. You got parsley meat. You got dandelion. Start flushing out. It's not going to go by. I was on parsley, dandelion. I was getting celery juice. Okay, you got to take juniper root, corn silk. I mean, shit, you do hot. I mean, it's a lot of things. Fast. But a guy like that, you know he can't go a day without a meal, an hour without a meal. And that's nothing but congestion. That means his blood, the blood, his system is not flowing correctly. It's all being held down in those legs. Bad circulation. That's the curse. The Lord smited his ass. And just guess what? The only reason why he's actually alive is because Esau is keeping him alive with his one kid. Because when the medical system breaks down, you're not going to have those interventions to keep you guys alive. So a lot of Jake will die because they don't have the proper medical attention. And all your medication, when you make your medication, what comes from? China.
India.
all the medication you take here in America, it gets imported. We're trying to get it. So anytime you go to war with these people, they're going to put you off medically. Like you had out there in California, you had that oil refining. Oil refining in Secunda, California. I believe it's called Secunda, right? City. Second. Right? So now we're going to make look it up. Look it up. We'll make medication. Okay, I think it's important. If you had an oil refinery that blew up, okay, that refined over 20% of, if not California, the United States oil. That looks like an act of war. Before you go to war with a nation, you start to destroy the infrastructure. You start to target the power plants. You start to target their oil refineries. You start to target their food distribution. Okay? You start to target the railroads, the docks, the ports, okay, the hospitals, right? Is that not what's going on? So America's under siege. Okay? And America's saying, look, we're in a time of war. Don't the scripture say that? Haven't you not say that? Yep. And now we start paying out and saying, look, this is a bargain of war. The gate is walking up and down. That's why we open up. It's first Thessalonians 2. It's China. What did you say? What did you ask?
I asked, we make the medication for United States.
And what did it say?
It said European nations,
okay,
China and India being significant suppliers.
Right, it's really China and India.
Yeah.
That's making all the medication and getting imported to the United States.
What would say?
That are the significant suppliers. So you might have some in Europe that, but really it all goes from China and India. They take all the medication and they ship it over here. $50. This is why you can go on certain websites and get the generic for a lot less. Because you get it straight from the supplier. But it has to come overseas. Okay? The more we ain't even talking out of our ass. And see, that's going to be a stark reality for the American people when that comes upon themselves. The American person don't know shit. So all they know is football, baseball, basketball, hockey, circus, Bud Light, we fought last week, MMA, boxing, the great celebrity gossip. I bet you guys see these niggas about the guinea cake, they'll let you know what's the latest information with the guinea cake. They'll let you know that. But if you ask them about who takes that, whatever. You know, we had a club out here in Memphis. Where that shit is. They got holes in it. Or the new spice rub. That's Jake's mom, you know?
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Shalom. Shalom.